Our next and final speaker of the morning is Lisa Bowden, a myeloma survivor who will speak to her journey since being diagnosed and the importance of the walk in relation to research. Lisa, take it away.
Hello. Hi, Devin. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. So my story. I am a multiple myeloma survivor, almost 3 years now. I was diagnosed in November 2017. They called it lucky. I actually was having some blood work done for a life insurance policy renewal that came back with some concern. So lucky in terms of catching the myeloma early. That meant that they could start treatment as quickly as possible. And so my world obviously went into a bit of a tailspin. I was 3 years ago in September, looking at this blood work, and by November I was in chemotherapy. We started with a chemo regimen for 4 months, and the goal of that was to get my blood work numbers in line. In terms of preparing me for what they called a tandem autologous stem cell transplant. Believe me, I've learned a lot of new words in this journey. So autologous means they're using your own stem cells that they harvest from your body just before the transplant. And tandem meaning I was going to have 2 transplants almost back to back. So I had my first one in April of 2018, and that was tough for sure. They basically give you very high dose chemotherapy, which takes you to a very weak and vulnerable state. So you are hospitalized. I was in for almost a month at that time. Then came home, and the initial thought was to put me back in for the second transplant in approximately 3 to 4 weeks. When I came out, I certainly had a good opportunity to chat with my doctors, my hematologist, Dr. Pua, and my stem cell doctor, Dr. Diotari, and said I, just wasn't ready to go back in that quickly. They listened, which was great. I think that's a key message I want to send out to any patients that are listening and looking at their treatment plans. Talk to your doctors. They do listen. So the second one didn't happen until right at the end of July into August of 2018. So it gave me a good chance to get my head around it, rest up a bit. And I was back in for approximately a month. That was a rough go because you're already in a weakened state to go back in, and you go through the same procedure. The folks on the 7th floor of London Health Sciences Centre are amazing. Can't say enough about the nursing staff, the PSWs, the doctors, everybody that tended to me, the dietitians. It was incredible. So had those 2. Had 100 days upon release to get back to some type of new normal, build up my strength. And from then in December 2018, I've been put on a maintenance therapy. So that involves oral medication, some done at the chemo center. And it's maintained my myeloma in check to this point. So it's been a journey. It's been tough at times. It's been amazing having the support of the London Myeloma Support Group. I'll say it many times over. They are a great resource and a great place to gain support and also learn about myeloma. It's been said many times when you're diagnosed, oftentimes you've never heard of multiple myeloma. So it's a tough thing to get your head around. Hearing a cancer diagnosis, period, is hard, but something that you don't even understand or aren't aware of. The groups that are available in your areas, certainly London, we surround a community, and we talk as patients, caregivers, we learn, we have guest speakers. It's been wonderful So that's my journey to this point. I am very, very hopeful to the future. Every day they're learning more about myeloma. It is a thing that is very individualized for the patient. So everybody's story is not the same, but there are similarities. And I have to say the treatments that are coming out look like they are, more customizable to the individual patient's care as well. Um, so let's get out. I'm hoping, I want to wish everyone well on the walk today, kind of as my final note here. The sun is starting to shine, so let's get out and do our walk and get our funds raised for LRCP so that we can find a cure. Thanks very much.